right, my name is Dion Evans. I'm originally from Steubenville, Ohio. I was raised in Columbus, Ohio on the south side off of Parsons Avenue. I'm definitely humbled, but I'm whatever the situation calls for. In prison, I had to learn that because I was raised with respect. Yes, sir, yes, ma'am. But going into prison, yes, sir, and yes, ma'am was looked at as a weakness. Being light-skinned was looked at as a weakness, shoot. But I'm a work in progress. I don't know. Like, I'm somebody that's fighting for my life. Now I'm learning how to navigate life on life's terms. And at this time, life's terms has me unemployed, without a license, without a vehicle, without the resources to help me come home and succeed. And by coming home, I mean I've just done 17 and a half years in the Ohio DRC prison for 2 burglaries. This is my second number. I did 2 years for F2 burglary back in 2003 to 2005. I learned inside of that place attributes and talents that amplified the values that my parents and my aunts and the village members that raised me taught me. And there I learned that I could find strength in the weakest moments. I utilized my fears as fuel. And I became what I wanted to be and what I felt like was deserving of coming home. While I was in prison for this last 17 and a half years, I became one of the most accomplished inmates in the state of Ohio. But that started with me going to trial. And there was a woman whose home I burglarized who got on the stand to testify against me. And as she testified, she said that she did not want to stay in her house anymore. She said she wanted to sell all of her property and that she didn't feel safe. That me rummaging through her drawers made her want to get rid of everything. And they weren't home. But that lady, she planted a seed inside of me that day because I had never really paid attention to how my decisions was affecting others. Didn't care how a person felt when they came out and their car was broken into. I didn't really care about too many people because I didn't care about myself. While in prison, I learned trades, attributes, talents, things about myself that I never knew was there. And I had so many amazing people around me that were not willing to let me fall by the wayside, not only inmates, but staff members. And they gave me an opportunity to truly see that I was worth something more than a number. I said it before, coming out of prison isn't a second chance. Coming out of a jail cell, a drug rehab, that's not a second chance. That's just another opportunity. A second chance is being worthy of being trusted again, believed in, relied upon, depended upon, loved again. To be given your children again, that's something that's different. And so in prison, I took the classes that I seen other people that were coming in to speak to us, what they were taking.
What's the practical future? Like, what are some of those goals you're working towards?
Well, you know, in prison, you write down a lot of different things. You have the potential to, and everything is hypotheticals. You know, so I wrote my 10-year plan. Shoot, I had a 5-year plan for my last 5 years in prison. But dealing with my plans since I've been home, gaining certifications and stuff that I never even considered, going to different programs like the Urban League and Tyro, I I want to be a motivational speaker.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to be an investor.
Mm-hmm.
So since I've been home, I put my business plan together for the motivational speaker company called Inspire Now. I have invested $5 in Apple, Tesla, Disney, an AI company, and a company named Novia, and put $50 in Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
Because I read that in prison and I said, I'm going to be an investor. I'm asking for help because I really never have. I'm very scared, I'm uncomfortable, but I don't want to go back to prison. I fought hard in prison to grow up and to learn about myself, and I feel like that was the greatest lesson that I could have learned was about Dion Evans. Now I'm home and I'm introducing myself to the world and letting them come close to me, though I'm afraid of them. But I know I have to make it out here by standing up against my fears, challenges, the same way I did in there. And I just don't want to do this alone. I don't want to feel like when I go into a room that people grab their purses or feel like I'm going to do something to violate their placement. And I'm asking for help because I don't know it all. I know that world in there. And in that world in there, you can make it with little. Out here, I don't know this world. I don't know if I'll ever be in hindsight worthy of people, certain people's trust, dependability, acceptance. But I know I'm worthy today of looking in that mirror and being grateful for who I have become and thinking about how my decisions today affect others. So I don't want to harm, but I'm asking for help because I don't know exactly how I'm even going to necessarily eat if I'm not in that halfway house. And I'm here because I'm trying to get my license and the resources that it takes to get that and a vehicle. The job I went to at the welding union off of Parsons told me I had to be over 18, a high school diploma, a license, and a vehicle. And they're giving me my interview on May 15th. So I have everything but my license and a vehicle. And so, utilizing my goals and my needs, that's why I'm asking for help.